Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
I am Mama Sia.
And I'm Papa Sia.
With today's discussion, this is called Get Your Life Lessons. Okay, today's lesson is, you don't call me till you want something. Let me put that another way. I will mock you in your calamity. Okay, I think a lot of times the best way to understand how y'all feels is to understand how you feel.
Yes.
You know how you hate it when the only time you hear from people is when they want something. I really hate that. I mean, I could love you dearly, but the only time you ever call me is when you want something.
Yes.
I never hear from you. You never call to say, how you doing today? I just called to check on you, just to see how you were doing. Or I just called because I was thinking about you. I was doing something around the house, and I was just thinking about it. I just wanted to, girl, how you doing? Or, man, how you doing? I ain't seen you. I ain't talked to you in a while.
Yeah.
I care about you. So, you care about people. You call them every now and then, or you send them a text just to check on them. How you doing? Or you never call to send me anything. You never call to give me anything. You never call to ask me if I need anything. I go months without hearing from you. And the only time you think of me is when you need something, usually money.
Yeah.
Any other time you don't think of me, you don't think of me at all.
Right.
About nothing. You don't even think, well, how's she doing? Right. I mean, there's some folks that when the COVID first hit, by us being, grandparents, and by us being, how do I say this? Because we ain't old. The devil is a lie. Okay, thank you. I like that. By us being mature, some folks didn't even call us to see how you doing. We just called to check on you. How other people were concerned about their grandparents or their parents and stuff, and they just wanted to know how they was doing, or so-called friends or so-called family members. The only people, a lot of people didn't call to check on us. Okay, right. They didn't even call to see how we was doing through that. Or like you have surgery, a major surgery, not just a crazy surgery, a major surgery. Folks don't call you to see how you doing, how you made it through the surgery.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it can be life-threatening surgeries. You know what I'm saying? And you don't hear from them. They don't call to check on you, see if you're still alive up in there. Right. Know that you're older, know that you gotta live it, at home or whatever, and you know how your parents get older, and some people never call to see about you, never. But the minute they need something, oh, you're the first person they think of. That's it. And when the phone ring and you see their number, she needs something. Mm-hmm. They need something. He needs something. They want something. Because it's the only time I hear from them. Mm-hmm. Any other time they don't call me about nothing. Right. They don't never call to give me nothing. Never call to do anything for me. Right. Never call to just see if I'm okay. But the minute they need something, I'm the first person they call. That really gets up under my skin. My afro, my britches. It irritates me. It really irritates me. Because you feel like people are using you. Yeah. You don't care about me. You don't care about me. You'll never think about me till you need something. You don't care enough to call and see if I'm okay. You don't care enough to try to give me anything, to offer me anything, to do anything for me. But the minute you need something, then I'm the first person that just really. I'm trying to make sure I use my words just right here, because it angers me. I don't like it. Yeah. Can I say pisses me off? Yeah. Is that a bad word? Because I just said it, whether it was a bad... Yeah, if that's a bad word, forgive me. But it just really makes me upset. It makes me angry. It hurts me that you think you can use me like that. You'll never call to give me nothing. You just call when you need something. You know what? That hurts. That just really hurts your spirit, because it lets you know that person don't care about you. That's what it does. It's just like, it makes you feel so uncared for. That's the only time you ever call me is when you want something, when you need some money. Never call to see how I'm doing. That hurts. That hurts a lot, people. It really does. Because you think you can it just says, I don't care about you. I just want your money. Yeah. Well, wow. That's kind of cold. Yeah. Don't you think? Yeah. Do you like it when people do that to you?
Absolutely not.
Do y'all like it when people do that to you? Does that irritate you when folks just call you when they want you? You don't hear from them no other time? I mean, you have surgery, you can be to hurt yourself. The folks don't even know if you're dead or alive. You know, they don't even care to even call you. But the minute they need something, then they will.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Y'all don't like it either. He said, I'll mock you in your calamities. You think that you're not going to have a relationship with me. You're not going to talk with me. You're not going to walk with me. You're not going to listen to me. You're not going to do anything that I ask you to do. You don't care about me.
You don't follow my ways.
You don't follow my. You don't pick up your word. Mm-hmm. You don't listen to your word, because today there's no excuse. Even if you can't read, you can listen. Yeah. There's no excuse not to get some word. You can turn on, plug in YouTube. And it'll read the Bible to you. Any Bible you want. It'll read the 1611 Apocrypha. All you got to do is type it in. You go to YouTube, and then you hit that little circle with the little flag, with the little magnified looking thing like this. You hit that thing. See, I don't know all these technical terms, but I know thingamajiggies and that stuff. That's what I know. You hit that little thingamajiggy to look like this here right there, and then the letters will pop up. And then you can type in what it is you want to look up. So you can type in 1611 KJV with Apocrypha. And it'll pull that Bible up. Or you can type in Cepher, CEPHER, and it'll pull it, and then hit the little done button, the little search button, and it'll pull that up for you. The whole Bible. And then you just scroll and hit on it, and it'll read it to you. Yep. It'll read it to you. You can click on King James Version. You can click on Living. You can type in Living Contemporary Version. Mm-hmm. You can tip Amplified Version. I mean, there's so many versions of the Bible today. It just doesn't make sense. So if you can't understand the King James Version, try to type in the Living Bible or the Amplified Bible. It breaks it down. There's so many different translations. There's no excuse not to get some work. So basically, you saying the same thing to y'all. I ain't interested in learning about you. I ain't interested in knowing about you. I ain't interested in asking you if there's anything I can do for you today, Father. I'm not interested in doing things your way. I'm not interested in even knowing what your way is. I'm not going to pick the word up. I don't want to know what your way is. I'm not interested in praying. I'm not interested in listening to the word. I'm not interested in doing any research. I don't want to know you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you talking to me. I don't want to hear you. But the minute something happened in my life, the minute the tragedy hit, oh, now you want to pray. Oh, now you want to call on Yah.
Or you want to call somebody to pray for you. I don't have a relationship with Yah, but I know you do.
I know you do. Can you pray for me?
Can you pray for me?
No. You know what? If we don't like it, what makes you think Yah like it? He already told you, I'm mocking your calamities. You ain't tried to know me, get to know me, talk to me. You don't talk to me. You don't listen to me. You know, that's what prayer is, having conversations in agreement with Yah, according to his word, or you don't pick the word up to try to know what he said, what he's like. You'll find out. You in the whole the Old Testament, it gives you the character of Yah. Yes, and in the New Testament, it's going to give you the character of his son. Yes. It tells you about his heart, what grieves him, what hurts him, what he liked, what he did, why he did it.
What pleases him.
What he gave you, what he wants you to know, what he wants you to celebrate. And you don't want to pick it up. You don't want to know. But then the minute trouble hits your life, trauma hits your life, now you want to pray, or you want to get somebody to pray for you, or you want to call on Yah. You know, they used to say back in the day, call the one you serve. Okay, you've been serving Satan all week long, cussing. Not that I'm condemning you. I'm just saying, you ain't tried to know him. You know, you don't even know that his son went to the cross for your cussing, for your drinking. He paid the price for it. You ain't had to pay for it. You already paid for it. You don't go to hell because you're cussing and you're drinking. You go to hell because you didn't believe what God did for you, what his son did for you. You do not go to hell for sin, because that wouldn't make any sense. If Yeshua gave his life for your sin, why would you have to go to hell for it? Does that make any sense to you? That don't make no sense. He paid the price for your sin. He redeemed you from sin and death. You know why you go to hell? You go to hell because you didn't receive what he did, paying that price for you. He gave his life on that tree for you. to pay the price for your sin. He went to hell for 3 days to take the power and authority back. He bore all your sickness, your infirmities, your disease. He took all that on that cross, all of it, all your sin. He took it. You don't have to pay for it. He already paid for it. That's just like you go to a restaurant and you eat this meal, and I come up and I say, I'm paying for their meal. Let them have whatever they want. Whatever. I don't care. Lobster, steak, whatever. I don't care what they want. I'm paying for it. And then you eat this big old meal, and afterwards, then you go up to the cash register and you try to get a lady the money. She's like, oh no, it's been covered. And you try to give her the money. She said, ma'am, it's been covered. You don't have to pay for this. Was already paid for. Somebody already paid for it for you. They're not going to accept your money. Your money's no good here. It's been paid. And as much stuff as you ate, you couldn't pay that bill. Unless you're rich. But it's been paid. You would look foolish trying to pay for something that somebody else paid for. You'd be like, oh, well, thank you. How many of y'all going to do that? Somebody bless you with a house. Here you go. Here's a $250,000 house. It's yours. Let them have it. You going to still try to pay a house note? You stupid. If you do. You stupid. So Yeshua paid the price for your sin. It's been paid. You're going to hell because you didn't receive what he did. I'm saying to you, get to know y'all. He's wonderful. But you don't know that. Because you ain't never learned about him. You ain't never heard about it. Well, you heard about it, but you ain't never learned about it. And you only heard what somebody else said. How you know what they saying? How you know they're telling you the truth? You don't. I don't know what I would do without him in my life. I met Yah at 5 years old. And the way he showed up for me, it was a done deal, was settled. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing else about whether Yah exists or not. He just proved himself that I called him on him, and he showed up at 5 years old. And he showed up. I was settled. It was done. Well, I've been walking with him ever since. I've been getting a little closer, a little closer, a little closer all these years. I'm in my 60s now. We've been walking for a while together. And so I know that he's going to be there for me. I know he will. Do you? But if you ain't talked to him, you ain't talked to him in months, in years, you ain't never talked to him, you don't know nothing about him, you don't have a relationship with him, when trouble hits your life, you think he's going to be there for you? Now, those of you who call us and say, can you pray for me? You'll do it for us. Because of...
Okay.
You got nothing to do. But don't you want to be able to call for yourself? When trouble gonna hit your life, live long enough. Oh, it's coming. The Bible says, man born of woman, days are full of trouble. So don't wait till something happens to know him. Get to know him now. He chose you. He's wonderful. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. He covered your sins. He'll give you what you ask for if you pray according to his will. You got to know what that is.
Right.
He'll always be there with you. He will turn anything that's used against you, and he'll make it work for your good. He'll put wealth and riches in your house and in your children's house. He'll keep any disease, any plague from coming near your dwelling. He'll protect you with his angels. They'll keep you in all your ways. They're gonna bear you up in their hands, so you don't even stump a toe. He's gonna protect you while you're in the house, while you're in the streets, while you're in the store, while you're in your car, while you're in your yard, while you're in your kitchen. There's so many things that can hurt you every day. He got you, but you need to know that. And if you don't have a relationship, you won't know. You won't know how good he is. You won't know what he's done for you, what he'll do for you. You don't know that he'll deliver you from your sick bed. You won't know that he'll do those impossible things in your life. You won't know that he'll open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings on you that you won't even have room to receive. You won't know. You don't know who he is. He chose you. Remember when you were in school and you were in gym class and all the kids was spread out in the back, and then they gonna call two people up, Joe and Sandy. Y'all gonna be the captains. Okay, and y'all get to we finna play
team.
we finna play some basketball or volleyball, and you get to pick your teams. Okay, so it's like Joe and Sandy, and then it started off, and it's like, well, I pick this person, and then he'll go and he'll pick that person, and then they'll pick that person. Same thing, Satan and God, captains. They're picking teams, and y'all's like, I pick Sandy, I pick Jade, I pick Shirley, I pick Anthony, I pick Joseph, I pick JoJo, I pick, Deja, and the devil is over there. He was like, I picked Trump. That was funny. I picked, what's Chicken Neck's name?
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, the devil like, I picked Mitch McConnell. I call that man Chicken Neck, gobble, gobble, gobble. That man got so much skin up under his neck. I'm like, come on now, you got all that money that you done stealing from the taxpayer, because y'all keep getting all these tax cuts. Can't you tighten that up a little bit? Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, Lord. I ain't supposed to talk about people. But anyway, y'all picked you. Aren't you? I'm glad he picked me. Aren't you glad he picked you?
Hallelujah.
I don't want him picking me. I don't want the devil picking me. That's what I mean. I don't want him picking. I don't want to be on his team. Because he ain't trying to help you. He going to use you, dog you out, and then make you feel bad. He ain't trying to bless you, help you. He trying to kill you, destroy you, and your kids. And then he gonna, when you do what after he get you to do what he wants you to do, then he gonna sit back and let you get in trouble. He gonna sit back and make you feel stupid. You're stupid. You shouldn't have done that. That's what you get. But y'all won't ever do that. Yah will love you. He'll show you mercy and compassion. He'll give you grace and favor every day. He will work out those impossible things in your life. He will heal you. He will walk with you. He will talk with you. He will lead you and guide you. Sometimes when I lose stuff, like I can't find my phone, I don't know where my key. I ask y'all, Father, okay, help me find my keys, please. And he'll help me find my key. Oh, Father, where did I put my cell phone? He'll show me where my cell phone is. Father, okay, I'm in the kitchen cooking. Will you anoint my hands to make this taste really good? And he anoints my hands to make anything I do, if I include him in it, he'll lead me, he'll guide me. If I do it by myself, he won't. He said, if you acknowledge me in all your ways, not some, not a couple, not a few, I'll direct your path. Yeah. He is wonderful to have in your life. Wonderful. I don't see how you live without him. I really don't. With all the stuff that we go through, especially us, you so-called Negro. We're in the land of our captivity, but he'll protect you in the midst. He'll show you favor with him, and then he'll make the Gentile and the heathen give you favor too, and they don't even understand why they're giving you favor. Right. He'll open doors that's not even possible to open. He will tell you his secrets. He is so wonderful. He help you. He help your kids. He work out miracles. He protects them. He protects you. He is so wonderful to have. You need to know what he'll do. It's in his word. If you can't read it, listen to it. Plug it in YouTube. Listen to it. It's wonderful what he'll do. All these promises. He is who this word says he is. Mm-hmm. He'll do what this word says he'll do. You are who this word says you are. And you have what this word says you have. But if you don't know it,
you can't have it.
And so Yah has picked you on his team.
Yes.
Don't let Satan pick you, because he picking people too. He done picked a whole lot of them up in that Republican. Okay, we're going to leave you alone. I'm just saying. But he has. But anyway, the whole thing is, get to know him. He already know you. Child, he know the hairs on your head. He know your thoughts. He can read your mind. Get to know him. And when you get to know him, it's like, I mean, you get to bring heaven down to earth. You got anything to say before we go?
Your faith will make you whole.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, but you got to feed your faith. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word. Yeah. So you got to get in this word to know you. Don't wait till trouble hits your life, because then he said, I'm going to mock you in your calamity. Don't wait till trouble. Trouble going to hit your life if it ain't already. He's wonderful to know. He's.
Hallelujah.
I can't do without him. I don't want to. The thought of having a day, a second, a millisecond without him frightens me. Because he's been so good to me, my family, my children. I don't understand how you would want. The only way that you would not want him in your life is because you don't know who he is and you don't know what he's done for you. Get to know who he is. I love you. Hope you learned something. This is Mama Sia.
And Papa Sia.
And this is Get Your Life Lessons. Till next week.
Shalom.
Shalom.